Oh, I remember this.
Hit him in with the forehead.
And Steve looks at me, walks up to me and
That boy turned into Michael Jackson. I'm gone.
what's it look like?
No, I'm playing.
Oh, and he just goes,
What's it look like?
Oh, don't do that.
and just like basically puts it back
Back in
That's
place.
brutal that he
What's it
full-on
look
broke his
like?
nose and then
You know what it look like.
He's like a UFC fighter. But no, because it's no longer
Ooh.
attached to your calcaneus bone.
Ooh.
This actually something similar happened to Aaron Rodgers not too long ago. And I commented on
Is that blood on his butt? That boy got bloody booty, bro.
calcaneus bone. This actually something similar happened to Aaron Rodgers.
Blood on his ass is crazy. Insane. Diddy party. Diddy party.
And I commented
Level
on that.
freak off.
Sports.
While
And
we
I
looking
always
around
find
that
it
area,
interesting
hey
basketball.
bro, man's tooted it up. Pause on that. I ain't into it, but but man's did toot it up.
When they do
Man's did put it up in the
with an
air.
MRI, that it's back to the head.
I ain't
That's
asking
one of
to.
those things.
Doctor reacts to painful basketball injuries by Dr. Mike. So this is my first time reacting to that. This looks freaking insane. I almost cussed. This look, bro. Bro. His whole finger just went up his eye. Ew. Ew. That's yeah. Bro. Ew. You know what? Let's just
Ball injuries, but you are
let's just
talking
react.
basketball, so we're about to do huge things there.
That's
Sponsored
that
by
looks so crazy, man.
P- whoop.
They got to stop on that
Kobe.
play, and they get back-to-back stops, and Bryant again going away.
Oh yeah, I remember
What
this.
happens is the calf muscle starts riding high because it's no longer
Ooh.
attached to your calcaneus bone.
Ooh.
This actually something similar happened to Aaron Rodgers not too long ago, and I commented on
Is that blood on his butt? That boy got bloody booty, bro.
calcaneus bone. This actually something similar happened to Aaron Rodgers.
Blood on his ass is crazy. Insane. Diddy party. Diddy party.
And I commented
Level
on that.
freak
In
off.
sports, you see it.
I'm
You
playing.
zoom in on the calf when it
Oh
happens,
yeah.
you see the
You can see
Achilles
it.
tendon pop. It's one of the strongest tendons
Damn,
in the
bro.
body, and because of that,
Harrison
when it pops,
Barnes.
there's a lot of ricochet on the gastroc or calf muscle.
While
And I
we
always
looking
find
around
it
that
interesting
area,
in
hey
basketball.
bro, man's tooted it up. Pause on that. I ain't into it, but but man's did toot it up.
When they do
Man's did put it up in the
with an
air.
MRI, that it's back to the head.
I ain't
That's
asking
one of
to.
those things through a physical exam, it's very clear whether or not to tear or not. Like if you see the calf muscle sitting at the top of your leg as opposed to in the middle, you know that there's a tear. You don't need the MRI
Yeah.
to make that announcement. You
Okay.
can say there's a tear, but we're going to gauge severity with the MRI. But they, for some reason, like to keep it a secret. What was actually interesting about that Kobe Bryant injuries, after that happened,
Came
he
back
returned
and hit them
back
free
to
throws.
shoot his free throws for that. Really
Yep,
impressive.
I remember that.
Toughness.
91,
Andre Robertson.
Oh,
Oh, I never seen this
got
one.
worried right away with the Kobe Bryant.
Ooh,
Achilles
I've never
rupture
seen this one, bro.
situation here, but let's see. Robertson
That one looks
ruptured his patella
insane.
tendon in his left knee
Ooh,
January
bro,
2018 while
he
elevating
couldn't
his
even
back lump
jump.
on the backdoor cut. He was progressing toward a return 6 weeks later, but then had another setback, suffering an avulsion fracture in his
Damn.
knee after coming down from a jump. Rupturing a patellar tendon for a basketball player is really rough.
Why is he in the game, bro? I remember. I loosely remember this player. He wasn't like just insane, but he was good enough to start and stuff. His team is blowing out the opposing team. Damn near by 30 points. Why is he in the game still? It's like when D Rose basically ruined or ended his entire career because he was in a playoff game he shouldn't have been in. His team was winning by a large margin, and he went up and had to pass it out, and he tore his ACL, right, or something. If you jump and you have an injury, bro was about to jump higher than the rim. Yeah, bro put all the force into the leg. Yeah, and it fucked him up.
Frequently, basketball
I
players
feel
will
for him
suffer
though,
from
bro.
patellar tendonitis,
Like that.
also known
That's
as
insane,
jumper's
man.
Because remember, every time you're making a powerful jump up, that power is coming, yes, from the glutes, but mostly from the quads.
The
And the way
glutes.
that the quad is attached to the lower bone of your body is through the patellar tendon. And that's where you're generating that torque in order to be able to explode
Yeah.
upwards.
Okay.
And the fact that he had an avulsion fracture
Makes a lot of
is really
sense.
scary. Avulsion fracture means literally it was bone ripped off the bone.
Damn,
How-
bone ripped off the bone, bruh. Man's body got that fall off the bone. No, I'm playing, but I've never heard of nothing like your bone ripping off the bone, or whatever. I've always heard, like maybe a muscle, a ligament, something, but bone off the bone. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Golden State still looking to
Green passes it.
right down the middle.
He just slapped
Oh!
the
Did he
heck out of
snap
his
the
head, man.
R in radius? Oh no, this is gonna be so painful to watch.
Dylan Brooks did that. Yeah, that's Dylan Brooks. He's oh
MRI
yeah, he
Warriors
did.
Guard Gary Payton II showed slight ligament damage along with his fractured left elbow. When you're falling and you're hyperextending your elbow, so remember, this is flexion of the elbow, this is extension. It's not
Yeah.
supposed to go past 180. Once the body force
It went
is
past
forced to
180.
go past this degree, you're gonna get
Damn.
damage, either ligamentous or
I
bone.
know that
In this case, it's
hurts.
both. That means a serious recovery, but very recoverable because both of those things heal.
I know that hurts, bro.
Ooh.
I swear,
Jam
if
finger?
Dylan Brooks is guarding me in the
Oh
NBA,
my god! Look, I play basketball all the time. and
yeah,
I
I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
how pro
Dylan
basketball players do not
is.
break every single one of their.
I know
fingers.
why
They
he's
can't every
hated, bro.
single one of their
He's
fingers every
insane.
single day. If I play more than 2 times a week, I'm guaranteed jamming a finger because you're
Yeah.
constantly trying to go for a steal, a pass. You're catching the
Absolutely.
ball. You're tired. You're not as aware of your hand movements. So I don't know how they.
And jammed fingers are the worst, bro. Like, just oh my god. I've had so many growing up. I played basketball a lot. I'm black, so Uh, no, I'm playing, but just growing up, I did play basketball a lot, and so I did have times where I experienced jammed fingers, or what they call strawberries. It's kind of like when you slide on the court, and you get a burn from the court, and they call it a strawberry because it kind of resembles a strawberry, and also it's a bit red as well, and it just fucking stings, bro, and it stings for days, bro. But a jammed finger, I don't know. I feel like a jammed finger might be worse because your finger is jammed, and also it gets swollen and fat, bro.
don't hurt themselves.
It's
more.
so
The
insane.
results of CP3's recent MRI revealed a right thumb avulsion fracture that will be evaluated in 6 to 8 weeks. Paul returned help lead.
Lister
the
suit,
Suns to the
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah.
Now, avulsion
Yeah, that
fracture,
too,
as
man.
we said earlier, is when bone is actually ripped out of bone. So basically, you have a very strong ligament that attaches to the
Damn,
bone, pulls
man.
on it, and actually takes a piece of bone with it. Derrick Rose stays getting hit, going to the basket.
I was just talking
What
about this.
happened? Grabs the knee,
Excuse me.
See him holding onto his knee.
left knee.
Like, he did not have to be in this game. They're up by 12, bro. Why is he out there playing still? Put the bench in, man. Let him rest. And his entire career was just altered because of this one game, bro. This one game in this one moment just sucks. For real, bro. D Rose was so good, man.
Left knee will miss the rest of the season. When he tried to return in 2013, 2014, he tore his meniscus in his other knee. He returned once again the following season, but knee injuries continue to impact his availability and his production. It's not uncommon that when rehabbing one part of the body, that you get an injury in another part.
In
of the
another
body.
part,
As you're
okay.
trying to be protective.
Remember
of the
the
previously
Kevin
injured
Herter
body
game
part, your
winner on the Chapman jersey day?
biomechanics change ever so
Nah.
slightly, putting on a
But I do remember possibly the worst injury in all the sports I've ever seen. Kevin Ware. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he was a college basketball player. And he had the worst injury I've ever seen, bro. Him and Paul George, they basically had like the same injury.
different layer of force.
Oh yeah, yep. His bones, bro. Seeing that on my timeline, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, seeing that on my timeline, I was so just perplexed. I was like, no fucking way. Man, it was so insane. Worst NBA injury was Gordon Hayward. I forgot about that fucking injury, bro. I wholeheartedly forgot about that fucking it. Oh my god, bro. Man,
opposite side of the body.
it's so insane just
the
how,
patient will
you know,
present with neck
just
pain.
playing a sport that's pretty much not as physical as a sport like football, can lead to just so many insane injuries. Paul George didn't count because it was Team USA scrimmage. Yeah. Yeah, true.
As an example, I'll find that their real issue starts from their shoulder because they have a rotator cuff issue. Therefore, they're not able to fully move and utilize their shoulder. So as a result, they're using their trap to raise up their shoulder and their arm, thereby
Okay.
wearing that trap down, making it very spasm. And as a result, that area is very tight, causes a lot of pain. But
Yeah.
treatment needs to be focused on the underlying problem, not just
And
what
not-
the symptoms are.
yeah.
Very tricky with the body like that. Look, these are some serious injuries, but another big issue is playing basketball when dehydrated. Muscles and connective tissues need hydration and circulation to function effectively. When you sweat profusely and do not rehydrate, you set your body up for failure.
okay.
Even to function optimally at your desk, you need to be properly
I'm glad he
hydrated.
said that,
And
bro.
I find
Oh, damn. You're right. This is a fucking. Bro, I'm such a rookie. Bro, I had no idea this man was leading me into a sponsor until you said something, bro. I'm over here like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. You need to hydrate and replenish, the liquids your body is using to cool you down and stuff with sweat, whatever. He almost got me. Man's almost got me. I appreciate that.
Busted in his nose.
Assist, my boy.
During this game, I think
I did not need that last little image. Oh, I remember
Hit
this.
him in with the forehead.
And Steve looks at me, walks up to me and
That boy turned into Michael Jackson. I'm gone.
what's it look like?
No, I'm playing.
Oh, and he just goes,
What's it look like?
Oh, don't do that.
and just like basically puts it back
Back in
That's
place.
brutal that he
What's it
full-on
look
broke his
like?
nose and then-
You know what it looked like.
He's like a UFC fighter. But no, I don't recommend anyone do that on their own. Let doctors do it because there's also the danger of forming something known as
Yeah.
hematoma. That could be really problematic if you let it
I
build
bet.
up over the course of a game. So yeah, seek medical care in those instances.
Don't want to allow him to get it going off of your mistakes defensively.
Oh my God!
Oh, I forgot about this.
It's not just the impact of the fall, Curry said. My whole right
Ooh,
side
yeah.
force in my head. It's basically like a bruise all the way up and down your body that you've just got to deal with. Well, he's very lucky that it's just a bruise.
Yeah,
nothing
and
more,
not-
because that could have
yeah, he
easily
could have
been multiple
been paralyzed or
ribs,
something,
which
bro.
Makes it very difficult to breathe.
In my
while being
opinion, right?
Pain-free, potentially
Ugh.
elbow issues. Very, very lucky in that scenario.
Well, I mean, I guess his spinal cord could have been affected because he did kind of land on like his neck area, but also his shoulders might have landed first.
Free, potentially
So,
elbow
or
issues.
his arm
Very,
and shoulders
very lucky in
probably,
that scenario.
landed first.
Pick in the 2014 draft. Jordan Bell to McCall.
Oh, tailbone.
Took a tough fall again.
Did he fall in
Uh,
Few games ago,
yeah, you're right.
He was
His
taken
arms
to
did
UC Davis
save him
Medical
from
Center,
it.
where he spent the night and underwent tests.
Why would he
suffered with- He was taken to UC
trip
Davis
his leg
Medical
like
Center,
that?
where he spent the night
Come on
and
now,
underwent
bro.
tests that
That's a
detected
dirty
he suffered
foul,
what he was
bro.
calling a lumbar spinal contusion. Anytime
That's
you're
a dirty
falling
foul.
that hard on the vertebrae, you're potentially risking a vertebral fracture. Compression fractures are
Man.
notoriously long-lasting when it comes to the pain, and sometimes even opioid medications don't help. And we
Just can't help.
sometimes even go to a medication called calcitonin, which comes in the form of a nasal spray to control some of the pain related to compression fractures.
That would suck, bro.
Is that Rondo?
Alan Arenas.
Marquise Daniels.
Oh, is he?
Bro, it's funny. I remember him, but I was like kind of too
He
young.
looks out of it. The
to
Celtics
fully
will miss
remember
at least
him.
a month to nurse a bruised spinal cord.
Ooh,
recovery, he was
his
traded
spinal
from the Kings,
cord?
released and then re-signed with the Celtics later
Bro.
this year, where he eventually returned to the court. So a bruised spinal cord is interesting because the spinal cord rests.
I wouldn't even wanna
inside
play
the
anymore,
vertebrae
man.
to protect the spinal cord. But now the spinal cord shoots out nerves through the different segments of the vertebrae to give sensation, to give motor control. Now, if you have an awkward bending of the neck, and this happens in auto accidents or in sports, it can cause bruising of the spinal cord, which creates bleeding, swelling. And with
Yeah.
bleeding and swelling, nerves don't function optimally. During that period of time, your body may not be able to move normally. You might have
This is
weakness, you might
probably
have
the
tingling,
most
awkward sensations.
scariest
In fact, a lot of times when
injury
have
you
spinal
could
cord injuries,
possibly
to
get,
that
man.
extent or even worse, we don't know what the prognosis is going to be until some time goes on and that swelling starts being reduced and we're able to start doing some rehab on patients, because the initial period does not give us a clear picture of exactly what's going to happen. The nervous system is
Yeah.
tricky like that. Okay, that Lakers.
He was on the bed. That's how bad
Oh,
it
what
is.
happened?
Yeah, because bro, that sounds very fucking serious,
Oh,
bro.
looks like you
That
got a
sounds
pinky in
insanely
the eye.
serious,
I mean,
man.
orbital trauma is really dangerous. You can have all
Like
sorts of
your
issues
spinal
pop up
cord,
here.
bro.
Something as simple as
Not the
a corneal
spine,
abrasion,
the spinal
to
cord.
just some kind
Like
of
the
type of
spinal cord.
hemorrhage.
Of course, Anthony Davis gets injured, bro. He stays injured. You know what made me mad, man? So my team is / was the Mavericks. And ever since that Luka trade, I've been like, bro, I don't know if I can be a fan. But they traded for Anthony Davis. He's a good player. He is when healthy, but he's just never fucking healthy. Like, that's the problem, bro. He's never healthy at all. Why would you trade for him, man? You traded your franchise player for Anthony Davis. And I've been hearing rumors about him possibly leaving soon anyway, so it's crazy, man. Bones made of glass. Yeah, they are, man. They are, man. He just attracts injuries somehow,
It
man.
didn't look that bad.
He's already in the. He is? What the fuck? See, I haven't been keeping up with basketball as much because of that Luka trade, and I've just been so just, you know, so just in my feelings about it that I was like, bro, I'm done. I'm done. I'm defeated. But he's with the Wizards. What I'm guessing, Trey Young. I'm guessing, or is it somebody else? Bro, what the fuck, bro? Not only did we give up Luka, we just basically gave him up for nothing, basically, bro.
As they were wheeling him away.
Concussion.
We just basically gave him up for nothing, man.
The NFL season was over. You understand? Now I understand that
Concussion.
concussions can happen in other sports.
Are they saying this was
This man Stephen A.
I ain't seen
is
nothing yesterday that made me
different,
say
man.
concussion. Concussion. Now I don't know if it's
How many times do we need to count?
Yeah, let me be the adult in the room.
Go ahead.
Concussions are serious.
I hope he's okay.
very serious,
The
man.
thing is, concussions are serious, but the way that they occur is you get a substantial hit that causes your head to go back and forth, and that's not what we witnessed. There was concern that the Lakers star suffered a concussion, but ended up being cleared to play in the team's Game 6 win over Golden State to close out the series. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if I would have called that a concussion. I mean, again, I'm not the team's doctor there, and I didn't evaluate him, but just based on mechanism of injury, I'm a little bit suspicious.
Keep your eyes on sportscaster Bob Rathbun.
Oh, what happened?
Play-by-play announcer for the Atlanta Hawks basketball
Oh,
team.
is he about to pass? Oh, he did pass out, right?
Then starts convulsing while his co-anchor keeps
I remember this, bro.
unaware of the emergency.
Remember,
Unaware, bro. He side-eyed him like 10 times. Buddy was just letting him just die. Like, Buddy was letting him die. I am gone, buddy. You might want to stop doing your analysis
Atlanta
and
Hawks basketball team. Eyes on
and help him.
sportscaster Bob Rathbun.
Oh, what happened?
Play-by-play announcer for the
Watch
Atlanta
the video.
Hawks
Alright,
basketball
cool.
team slumps in his chair, then starts convulsing while his co-anchor keeps going.
He is
unaware
going
of the
through it,
emergency.
man.
Remember, different things cause seizures in different patients. The first thing
Yeah.
that comes into my mind based on how that happened and based on the age of the patient, I would worry about an ischemic stroke happening where you're getting a blockage in the arteries that supply blood to the brain. When you don't get enough
That sounds
blood
scary, bro.
circulation to the brain, you don't get enough oxygen to the brain, and that can start
Bro,
causing damage.
he noticed, bro. He just like, man, side-eyed him like about 10 times, bro. My guess is that he just assumed it wasn't as serious. I'm guessing, but I don't know, man.
leading to symptoms of a seizure
I don't know.
or what we know as FAST. Here's an acronym that we frequently discuss in the hospital.
Rathbun's rep sent Inside Edition a statement.
Yeah,
saying
like he looked at him,
USTA
side-eyed him.
announcer, quote, briefly lost
He kept looking at
consciousness
him.
on the court. Emergency medical
Like, bro kept looking at him.
quickly treated Rathbun.
Help him. Help him. He needs help, man.
Dehydration.
What? Come on.
I don't
Dehydration
know.
leading to
Dehydration is crazy.
seizure-like movements. Look, could dehydration been a causative factor here? Sure, but if
I don't
I
know.
was a doctor in the hospital and I just wrote as the diagnosis
Dehydration.
dehydration for a situation with that
Sounds a
level
bit
of
sketchy.
severity, I think that my seniors and colleagues would question me. I'll just put
Okay,
it that way.
yeah, okay.
LeBron, nice cut and fake. And that's gonna
It sounds a bit, sketchy.
Is that an ankle?
Dehydration.
his right lower foot area.
You know what's weird about LeBron James shoes? I find them to be making them lower and lower.
And lower.
without having good
He does have
ankle
some
support. Now, some people injures
low
their ankles
shoes.
quite often.
Low
I
cut
want to know
shoes.
what the science behind that is. Because I know good heel lockdown can reduce ankle injuries, but man, when you roll your ankle and you have nothing up there to protect you, it's rough. The 19-time All-Star told reporters after first came back he tore a tendon in his foot. The doctors recommended surgery, but he sought out another opinion from the LeBron James of feet, who determined he could return after a period of rest. I know he said he tore and doctors recommended the surgery, but like it's not very clear what he tore. It looks like a tweak, but I guess there could be a tear. Did the tear already exist and he made it worse? Hard to know.
Not Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. But not Michael, man. His flu game.
If I was all the other players, I would stay away from
Yeah,
him
that's what I'm
as much as
saying.
possible so he doesn't spread
That
the
boy got the
virus
flu.
to me.
Hold on now.
Fake freezes the defense. The jumper.
Bro. That shot was beautiful. But bro, I've had the flu. And bruh, it's not fucking fun at all. I remember it, bro. I was in about 6th or 7th grade, and I told my mom and my dad I was sick. And I didn't need to go to school, bro. And my dad was like, no, he faking it, blah, 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 blah. She took me to the doctor. They said I had the flu and I had to basically stay at home for a week. And I came home and I told my dad, bro, I was so fucking just like, yeah, I told you, bro. Like, bro, I told you I was sick. I've never like fake sick really ever. So, it was just, something just dumb. But he swore up and down I was faking it, bro. I'm like, bro, stop it. He barely switches threes. Hey, bro, that's MJ. He's much more of a mid-range, type of guy, truthfully. But he has his threes here and there, whatever. But he is traditionally more so a mid-range
A dehydrated
type of
and
player.
exhausted Michael Jordan wills himself to 38 points against the Utah Jazz in a pivotal
Vomiting
game
and flu-like
adding to his legend
symptoms.
as a clutch performer and relentless competitor. That was
You don't want no fucking Gatorade? He's 9. You don't want that Gatorade.
and perform.
I am gone.
Is
Get
nothing
that
for
cup
you.
out my face,
When you're
man.
dehydrated, risk of injury skyrockets. Here
I'm glad he said that because, bro, there's been times where I'll just play for a long time and just won't drink water or something like that. I'm glad he said that because now I know to always drink. Scottie Pippen, get away. I'm gone. Yeah, I will. I'm a sub too. But yeah, that man Scotty has been saying a lot about just how he isn't the biggest fan of Jordan